Hey everybody, today we're going to show you how to complete the side quest, A Trial for Archery here in Dragon's Dogma 2, so let's jump into it. Now to do this quest, you will need to knock out another side quest called Gift of the Bow. This is a really simple and easy quest that you can get through pretty early on in the game. If you haven't already completed it, I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can go knock that out really quick. You'll also need to make sure that you have the Archer vocation equipped. If you're not currently an Archer in-game, just work your way over to a vocation guild. There's one in Vernworth, and switch over to Archer. Now to start this quest, you're going to want to make your way over to Roderick's smithy that's located in the merchant quarter in Vernworth. There you're going to find the elf standing outside of the shop. If he's not there, after completing the Gift of the Bow side quest, you need to pass time and wait a few days and then return to the merchant quarter, and you should find the elf standing in front of Roderick's smithy. Once you speak with him, you'll get a little bit of dialogue, and then it will start a trial of archery. Now once the quest starts, we're going to head northwest up towards the mountain ruins. Now if you open up your map, you'll find that there's a yellow highlighted circle around the campsite that's right next to the mountain ruins. That's where we want to go. So it's going to be a little bit of a hike from Vernworth, but once you get up here, just go to the campsite and you will find the elf that we just spoke with in Vernworth. Now, once you get up here, speak with the elf, you'll have a little bit of dialogue with him, and then he's going to take you on an adventure towards the forest home of the elves. Now, this might be a 10-minute trip for you. You are going to fight several enemies along the way, but it's pretty straightforward as the elf is literally going to take you right there. So just take out the enemies that are nearby and then continue to follow him, and eventually you will end up at the forest home of the elves. Now, once you arrive, you're going to have a little bit of dialogue, to which then Glyndwr will take you further into the home to meet his dad. Now, when his dad comes out, his dad's going to give you a little bit of dialogue and inform you that his daughter has been kidnapped by an ogre and taken to a den, and we need to go rescue her. Now, fortunately for us, it's going to give us a little yellow circle on our map to show us exactly where the den entrance is. It's not too far from the forest home of the elves, but once you make your way over there, you're going to have a little bit of dialogue outside of the den, and then we're going to go inside. Our entire goal here is to just defeat as many enemies as we can and work our way to the back of the den. Now, it's pretty straightforward. It's not too difficult. However, it is a little overwhelming because it does get dark in here and it seems like there's a million different directions to go. However, we're going to show you a little image of the map here, and it's not too complicated at all. You're pretty much just going to follow this main path, and eventually it'll lead you towards the back of the den, where you'll be able to find the ogre as well as the elf's sister. Now you're going to get a little bit of dialogue, and the elf is going to take a shot at the ogre, launching the boss fight. Now at this point, all we need to do is defeat the ogre. Depending on what level you are, this shouldn't take too long, especially with the help of all of your pawns, but make your way to the back of the den and defeat the ogre. Now it gets a little tricky after you defeat the ogre. If you can't figure out what to do, you need to pick up the sister off the ground. Now I'm not sure if she actually has a little yellow circle on the map that shows exactly where she's lying. She was lying right next to where I defeated the ogre, but just look around, you'll find her laying down. Pick her up using your right trigger if you're on controller, and then you're going to walk like you're leaving the whole cave. Now, you're not actually going to leave the entire den, don't worry. When you pick her up and start to leave, it's going to cue a little cutscene where they shoot out a rock and make another exit, and that's going to cue a little bit more dialogue. Now, after that dialogue finishes up, the very last thing we need to do is speak with Glyndwr's dad, who is going to be standing right next to him. Walk over and start some dialogue with him. You'll have a short amount of dialogue, and once that ends, the quest will be complete. But this is how to complete a trial of archery here in Dragon's Dogma 2. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.